Hey, Jeremiah, Steps Pressure Washing More. We're heading out to Fuquay-Varina today, where we have 3 jobs. It's going to be 2 for one client. They're rental properties. We did their house a couple weeks ago, and they gave us a call and said, hey, you did such a good job. We'd like you to come out and do a couple of our rental properties. So we're going to head out there today and take care of that. And then we are going to be going over to northern Fuquay and doing some gutters up there. So hopefully it won't take all day. We're getting a little bit of a late start today, working on the trailer, getting the pump and everything situated. I don't know if you saw our last video, but we had to do kind of an emergency pump switch out. So we're running a little bit behind schedule. Plus we have to make up some of yesterday's work next week. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun day. I'm going to spin you around so you can see kind of what we got going on here on the trailer. Alright, so I had to take the tank off just to get it out of the way to change the pump. So I've strapped the tank back down and I've changed the direction of the pressure washer. So now it is facing towards the hose reels. The pump here, the new pump, this is the Comet ZWD 4040. This was something we bought on Amazon last year, and I really liked it because it has the detachable unloader. And the one that we had a built-in unloader, and the unloader went down, so we had to change out the whole pump. So everything is strapped down, ready to rock and roll. We've got pretty much all of our equipment riding with us today, so I'm gonna get out there and get it washed. All right, hang tight. Alrighty, we are pretty much all set up here on job number 2. I left my phone in the truck for the duplex, and this is just a pretty simple, straightforward. We called these shotgun houses where I grew up in Florida. And this is just a straight shot and super narrow. It's 2 stories, but a good bit of mildew built up. Not a whole lot of sunshine on either side. Coming around to the front. I left my phone in the truck. I don't know if I said that on the last one, but going up on here, a lot of sunshine here on the front of the house. Let's do a quick oxidation check. Very oxidized here on the front, and that's really just because it gets so much sun. So we're going to get this thing washed up and hopefully be in and out of here pretty quick. Alright, definitely got a later start than we wanted to today. Just messing around with that pump and getting the trailer put back together, but we are not making terrible time. Luckily, these 2 properties were really right around the corner from one another, so we've got one more job today, and that is also here in Fuquay-Varina. So not much for driving time, and I think that's going to be the factor that saves us today, is a little bit of forethought on time saving. I am definitely trying to limit myself to 2 to 3 jobs a day right now, really leaning more towards 2, just because the days are getting shorter and I have found myself working into the evenings when the sun goes down on me, and I'm frantically trying to finish up whatever it is I'm doing. So hopefully that's not going to be the case today. It is about 1:40, and this is only an 1,100 square foot house, so hopefully be able to get to our gutter cleaning job, which is not a small gutter cleaning job, but hopefully less than a couple hours, 2 to 3 tops. I can make that happen, I can make that work, and then just sit in traffic on the way home with that 5 o'clock rush. Definitely getting a lot of kick with the new pump. I think the old pump might have just been going out for a little bit, or not the old pump, but the old unloader. Honestly, maybe even the pump too, I don't know. But a new pump with unloader definitely has a good bit of kick to it. I've ordered a pressure gauge. It's going to be coming in tomorrow, and I should be able to test it out and make sure that I'm not overloading the pressure hose or the gun, really just making sure that everything's able to withstand what's coming out here. So we are applying about, I would say, probably a 1.1 1.25% on this house today. We're pulling a lot more soap. Even though my bucket test was 1-to-7 ratio, we ran almost completely out of soap on the last job. So I'm thinking we're pulling a little bit stronger than our normal 1%, but that's all right. We're in a hurry today, and so that's going to get us moving along a little faster. So this is definitely the trick shot of the day. If there's this little bump out up here, and it is just absolutely cruddy, and it is a sharp angle. We're just gonna put a good bit of Kim up there, really saturate it, and let it hang out. Definitely would not have been able to do this with the way that the pump was acting yesterday. So I am very, very excited that I had the extra pump in the garage, so we didn't have to go down for however long it took us to get a new pump, and then for me to figure out how to install it. It definitely took long enough for me to just swap the two out. I'm glad we already had it and didn't have to wait. Alright, I'll let that sit for a little bit. So we are on soaping the last side now. I've got the back of the house dwelling. We're just getting a little bit of this Kim on here. It's all coming off really well. It's not nearly as old as the last one. I really wish I didn't leave my phone in the truck, but I really don't like stopping once I get started. So that one was extra green. Had to wash one side about 3 times just to get it halfway decent, and talked to the landlords that I'm doing this job for, and they agreed we need to do it a little more often. And the landlord was there with me while I was doing it, so he was very pleased with how it came out and decided not to wait with me on this one. But I think he figured I was going to go ahead and do the same quality as what I did on the last one, so that's what I'm aiming for. Build that level of trust with the customers. Alright, hitting some funny angles here on this one, just because we are so close to this house here next door. I'm doing my best just to get everything good and saturated, because it needs a saturation. Definitely a good bit of mildew on this one, so trying to make it work. And pretty much the bottom, I'm getting an immediate reaction on it, so as long as I can hit everything from this angle, I don't think we're going to have to do any double cleaning on this one. Just come through, wash it, rinse it, roll up, and go to the next one. So I am very satisfied with this new pump so far. Definitely getting used to the recoil when I'm on the trigger, because it is, it's definitely got a kick, but it's putting out a good bit of water and soap at a reasonable pace, so maybe that'll help speed us up a little bit now that the days are getting a little shorter. We've got another week till Thanksgiving, so not going to be doing a whole lot next week. I'll try and get some filming done on the couple jobs I have lined up, but really don't have anything spectacular going on next week. But I'll see what I can do. Alright, much different story now. This is all cleaned up. I love cleaning white homes. They just absolutely pop when you're done with them. And this one is no exception. through. Very nice, very good, very good. This dried almost instantly because of the sunshine. That's why it's so oxidized. Over here, again, this was very simple and straightforward. We wrapped the hose all the way around, no issue. It's only 1,100 square foot home, so it cleaned up real quick. So, all right, I'm gonna pack it up and head over to the next one. All right, we're out here on job number 3. It is feeling like a beautiful fall day. We actively have leaves literally falling right now, so it is absolutely beautiful out here. Probably about 65 degrees in the shade, but we're gonna clean out these gutters up here, right down here. Definitely a lot I can see in the front. This should be pretty simple, straightforward. It looks like a lot of leaves. Not as much pine straw, which, you know, in our area, we do a heck of a lot of pine straw. So we'll see what's going on here. Maybe get the blower out and make this a quick job, but I want to at least get the ladder up there and take a look just to make sure that we're not blowing out wet mud everywhere. So hang on, let's go up there and check it out. All right, so this is exactly what I was hoping for. Nice, crunchy, dry, no mud. So yeah, I'm gonna bring the blower on back here. See if we just blow these out. All right, so I ended up bringing the gutter blower up here, but I need a longer extension on that thing, so I'm gonna order that tonight as well. I had to kind of climb halfway up the ladder, which is already fully extended to reach these gutters. And I just didn't feel safe, so hey, it takes a few extra minutes to do it by hand. I'm going to do this by hand. But while I'm up here, I just did want to note some of these gutter nails. These are kind of the old school gutter nail system. They're coming out, and the shingles are not in line with this gutter. So I'm going to let the homeowner know about that, because basically on this side of her back of the house, she does not have working gutters because they're not drawing the water away. But it does look like down further, those gutters are still intact pretty well, so hopefully it's just a repair for her. She doesn't have to replace. But these gutters are very, well, they're pretty old. I don't see any new houses using these nails, so they've been here for a little while. It may be in her best interest to replace them, but I'll let her know. She makes the decision. We don't sell gutters, we just clean them out. So these here on the front are absolutely packed. Again, we're not using the blower to do really anything other than clear the downspouts of this one. Got a couple of gutters that are down pretty low, but they're only about 6-foot sections, so the majority of this is going to be done by hand today. And then just doing some ground cleanup as I go with the blower. Alright, so I'm going to jam this one out and see if I can get done before dark. Alright, this one is all done. We got all of these gutters cleaned out pretty much by hand. I will be getting another gutter blower extender just so that I can reach these second floor gutters, because the way that they were in there today, they were so light and dry, it would have blown right out, and we would have been out of here in probably 45 minutes. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. As you can see down below, I did all of the ground cleanup. I didn't clean up out here, but that's kind of how I found it. I take each job as it is, kind of at face value. If it's an immaculate lawn, I'll leave it immaculate. If it is ready for a fall cleanup, I will leave it ready for a fall cleanup. And kind of just try and leave it as good or better than I found it. So I'm actually pretty excited. We got everything done today that we were aiming to do. Got those 2 house washes done and this 1 gutter cleaning. Again, I'm really trying to limit 2 to 3 a day, just because I'm running out of daylight, and if anything goes wrong, I've got to hustle. So I'd rather not do that if I can help it. 2 to 3 a day is good for right now. We'll aim for more than that in the spring. But that's going to do it for me. I got to get across town at 4:10 in the afternoon. So that should be pretty fun. You guys be safe out there.